at that.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, troops. Welcome back to your weekly dose of nostalgic goodness. I am Liam, joined as always by bestest bud in all the world, Nick.
Don't say fuck up, bugger.
Yes,
I'm running with that. Fuck up, bugger.
That's fair enough. We're broadcasting live on Twitch here at twitch.tv/RetroGakAttack. This is where you can catch the raw, uncut versions of RGA before it gets a lovely edit and it makes its way onto our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@RetroGakAttack. Got to have that at apparently on YouTube URLs because that's stupid. Yeah. Retro Gag Attack is also available in audio form on all major podcasting platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc. All available through our Buzzsprout page, rga.buzzsprout.com. Find the podcasting platform that suits you best.
Simple
Pimple. That is my phone almost dead. I really need to charge that.
I wonder why, considering you're playing the call for us for half an hour.
Well, I'm just since Boy was born, I've had my routine of charging my phone and stuff at night is just completely gone. All routines have gone. So
Out the window.
I don't even charge my phone anymore. But
living routine, eating routine, gaming routine. Yeah. There's no gaming routine.
Although I've played a surprising amount of games.
I was literally going to say, actually, I'm surprised at how many times my phone's gone off to say you've signed in on the Xbox.
Yeah, because he doesn't really do much at the minute. He's only a little sprog. So if I'm just on guard duty with him, if he's flat out...
Guard duty?
Yeah. Usually Carrie will go for a sleep, go for a rest, and I'll just be on guard duty and I'll just stick the Xbox on or something and... Mate, Power Wash Simulator's the boy. It's so good. It's so fun. And I was like the first guy, like when that game came out, it was like, oh, everyone's bumming this Power Wash Simulator. I'm like, what a waste of time. Why would you want to spend your gaming time washing things? I don't even want to wash things in real life.
I mean, coming from the guy that made me buy the space cleaning
Visceral Cleanup Detail. That was amazing.
And we played that for like 2 solid days. It was so good.
This one's different though because you
actually have challenges.
No, it's way easier. It's way easier than Visceral Cleanup Detail. But because you just got a big hose, and you just got a big hose and you soak things, so you can literally just either hold a button or it's got like an auto toggle thing, so you can just wander around with your thing splooshing. Whereas with that Viscera Cleanup Detail thing, you had to get your mop.
That's how you got in this problem in the first place.
And then you get the dirty mop, didn't you? You got the dirty mop, and you had to go in the water bucket.
And the water.
And then the water got dirty, and then you just get new water. So I actually really enjoyed that game as well. But
I just love the fact that you sent me a picture of you washing a dick again in the fence.
Well, I was inspired by my bestest friend in all the world who did mention it. So I thought I've got to do it, don't I?
I mean, in all fairness, like whenever we play a game, it's always got some form of a dick's got to be made into it.
Well, yeah, because we're childish.
Farming simulator, we just, harvested the shape of a dick in the field.
I'm drawing a willy.
Don't draw a willy in my grave.
I'm drawing a willy. Can you see my willy?
No, I don't want to see your willy.
I could probably do a compilation of willy things that we've done in the past.
No. Why are we so childish?
Speaking of Willy, that's the name of the big bad guy in Mega Man 2.
I think it's pronounced Wiley, but we'll go with Willy.
It's pronounced Willy in my house.
Dr. Willy.
Dr. Willy. And unfortunately, I never got round to Dr. Willy when I played the game.
He's a doctor in proctology.
He is the biggest proctologist. Right. I'm going to start by saying
that's a good topic.
Thanks. I had no history with Mega Man. Never played it.
I had the very minimal thing. So yeah,
but
we're on the same boat.
Well, it said it all. Like when I suggested let's do Mega Man, you straight away went no, Mega Man 2. So, to me, it's I don't know. Mega Man was Mega Man, wasn't it? But Mega Man 2 is the go-to, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's the most. I'm not going to say the easiest one, but it's the most popular one,
Yeah.
and probably solely down to that it's actually. I'm going to say easy enough to complete, but you can actually complete it.
Mm.
Some Mega Man games are absolutely balls to the wall hard.
Yeah. I
And it's like pixel accurate jumps and that sort of stuff. So
yeah. There's a couple of moments in this one, from what I remember, where I just want to get this gameplay up so I can remember what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's a couple of moments with like you say, pixel perfect jumps and getting the timing right, and but it wasn't anything stupidly hard or anything. That you might die or whatever a couple of times, but you can they're always doable little sections, and just gotta focus. As long as you focus and you don't do anything stupid, you're fine.
I think the crux of this game is that you can do the level, but you need to go through the level and die however many times so you can learn the level.
Yeah.
Which then makes it easier for you to actually do the game. It's just a case of just die, carry on, get
trial
further,
and
die.
error, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. Some levels you can do pretty easily from the get go, but there are, I think, one or two that are. The difficulty the curve does go up for some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you played the game, because for people that haven't played Mega Man 2 or don't know anything about Mega Man 2, which was me before we did decide to do this, you start up the game and you get 9 boxes, or is it 8 boxes, and then the middle one?
Well, you're the middle one, but you've got the
so
around you.
You got the boxes surrounding you, and you basically pick a boss.
Yeah.
And hold on, I've got them all here. You have Metal Man. These are all very unique names, by the way. Metal Man, Air Man, Bubble Man, Quick Man, Crash Man, Flash Man, Heat Man, and Wood Man.
I mean, you think they would be struggling for names, wouldn't you? Really?
Well,
But, I mean,
yeah.
but, I mean, the names are. It's like Bronze Seal, isn't it? The names are exactly what's on the tin.
Yeah.
So if you're going Bubble Man, it's water themed.
Yeah, I'm gonna deduct a few points from the game for that. Like the names are pants. I need some unique, cool names. I don't whack on Mortal Kombat and get Green Man and Red Man,
Green
Yellow
Ninja,
Man. Yeah,
Yellow Ninja,
they've got cool names.
Mikey Man.
They got Reptile, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Ermac, and all that.
You've got to remember though, this is like, what was it, 90? Was it 92 or something? I can't even remember.
I think it was 1990.
No, it was 88. No, it was 88. I think
for Japan it was 88.
88, and
for the Yankee Doodles it was 89. For us, it was 1990.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a game that's thinking for kids, and you kind of just like, do you know what? We'll just get for kids. We'll call them simple things.
Yeah. So yeah, basically you got all those awesomely named people in a ring around you, and you. I'd like that you get to just pick. It's like pick one.
That's really good. That's really good. Yeah.
Pick one, and then there
you can play. You can play the game in whatever combination you want.
Yeah. But
and it's really good the fact that certain bosses also, if you get the powers from certain bosses when you defeat them, actually make it easier to defeat.
Yeah, they're weak to some of them.
They're all weak to something.
I did kind of make use of, because I knew there was an easier path. If you beat them in certain orders, you will get the things that make the next boss easier.
Right, okay.
So in my head, it was like, I do want to finish this game, but I don't want to be struggling and dying and having to learn things. I want to just be able to play through the game so I can say if I liked it or not. So I did just Google what's the order that you go through.
Order. Right. I didn't go through the order. Okay. I just I wanted to try and figure it out.
Okay, fair enough.
So I mean, there were some bosses that I was raging at.
Yeah,
but I mean,
even with when you've got the thing that they're weak to.
Mm-hmm.
Some just because of their movement patterns and what they do and
Yeah.
stuff. Some of them are just
Yeah.
rock hard anyway. And
Yeah.
if you're
Yeah.
lucky enough to hit them.
Mhm. Yeah. Pretty much. It is. It is. There some are erratic, and you think you've got the pattern down, and then they just decide to just jump into you and take half your life off, because they're pricks.
Yeah, and
Mm.
to me, I've never been a huge boss guy anyway, but the bosses weren't anything to me in this game, to be honest. They were just,
I enjoyed them.
they're fine for what they
for
are.
what they were. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But
Yeah,
they're just, you've got to beat them to end the level. But like, I just enjoyed playing through the levels, the
Yeah.
little platforming sections. As you progress further into the game and you get the numbered items, again another lazy thing with naming an item. You got item number 1.
Not gonna lie, I didn't even know what any of them were until I actually needed to use them.
Yeah, and that was the thing. You just had
At the
to.
end,
They don't explain
I
it
would-
to you, and it's just
No.
like just use them.
I mean, that's a limitation of the game, is it? There's no explanation as to what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no explanation as to what any of the weapons do.
No, and it's super
Um,
obvious because it's just Capcom as well, but it's obvious that it's just a Japanese translation of
Yes.
English translation of a Japanese game.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it is like, congratulations, you got item 1. Make use item 1, please.
Make use item 1.
Yeah, it was but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna knock a game from the 80s 90s
No.
and stuff like that, because that's just what it was back then.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I'd realized what the 1, 2, 3 things did, I actually might have made some of the harder levels slightly easier.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
I quite like as well that I'm pretty sure that in each level
Mm-hmm.
there are certain sections where you can make use of item 1, item 2, item 3, and it's if you've got that item as you're playing that level. Because I think,
Yeah.
from my understanding, you got item 1, 2, and 3 or whatever at certain points, or if you beat certain levels. I can't
I
quite
think is it
remember.
not like you beat 2 of them, you get item 1, you beat another 2.
That
item
would make
2.
yeah, that would make
I think
sense.
that's how it works out.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you, but I mean, I think that's my guess.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. It wasn't blatantly obvious when it happened. It was just, you beat a boss, you get their item, but then it was, or you've also got item 1,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
item
Yeah.
1 I think was the propeller thing that moved you vertically,
Lift you up, yeah.
and then item 2 was
Yeah.
a little rocket that shot you across,
Yeah.
and item
And
3
then
was
one of
like the
them
thing that stuck to walls and you could go up the wall or something like that.
I can't even remember that, to be honest. I just remember the platforms.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, no, yeah, one's the one that lifts up, isn't it? But then one of them's platforms. I think 3's platforms or something yeah. But yeah, it's a nice addition to the game. But like you say, it would have helped if there was a bit of an explanation as to what
Yeah.
they do. But at the same time, you just use it and figure it out.
Yeah, and-
Which, to be honest, I never thought of doing until I got to the first part of that sort of like Wily's Castle.
Yeah.
And then you have to
where
use
you
it.
have to
That's
use
it.
them. Yeah, you have to make use of them.
Yeah.
I do like that they give you so many different power-ups, items, whatever you want to call them. I think you didn't get much of anything like this back in the day.
No,
where,
but
like,
yeah, you had different
you
stuff.
you
didn't
could
Different
switch
weapons,
your
yeah.
gear on the fly, couldn't you?
Yeah. That was good.
I personally feel like there was maybe a bit too much by the end. You had too many options to choose from, but I think it's just me. It's just me and my simple mind. And it's just the fact that every time you want to switch, you have to pause the game. I know that's just a limitation of games from the past.
Yeah.
Couldn't necessarily just, press a button to switch between each power up. But yeah, that's just a couple of little gripes. But the fact that they gave you all those items, and you do have to just use them to learn. Like, the one thing I actually did learn today when I played the dragon, when I fought the mecha dragon or whatever it's called.
He's a bugger, isn't he?
Yeah, but then I whipped out the boomerang. Oh, hold on the playthrough. Get equipped with Crash Bomber. There you go. He won the fight.
Guy.
Yeah, I was luckily, because I was playing it on the little game bloke. The magic of save states, so I didn't have to always do the lead up to the boss each time I died.
Yeah.
But I'd fight the dragon. I'd pick one thing. I'd shoot at him. Does nothing. Die. Pick the next
Try
one.
the next one.
And you get to the boomerang, and his health goes. When you, there you go.
I didn't even try them. I just got him with the normal key blaster.
Get the boomerang out. Dragons don't like boomerangs.
But well, who knew? but again, I always do that like the same as we do with any sort of like first person shoot. When you get like a super strong weapon, you're like, I'm just gonna keep it just in case.
Yeah. I've gotten better at ignoring that now.
Yeah, no, I'm still in my head. I'm like, I don't want to use that weapon because I might need it in the next level, and I need the energy.
Yeah, I used to be a bugger for that in like Doom and stuff like that. But no, if I get the big boy guns, I'm just gonna. That's what I did with. I've been playing Quake 2 from time to time.
Yeah, I want to get on that one.
When I've been getting the chance, £7. £7, you get Quake 2. You get Quake 2 64.
It's on Game Pass, isn't it?
And it's on Game Pass. Yeah, I didn't realize. So I got on a PlayStation, but it's still £7 at the end of the day. So.
Oh, I know. It's nothing, isn't it?
But yeah,
like Red Dead Redemption.
Jeez. Although it's worth it for Undead Nightmare, that's still the best DLC ever.
50 fucking quid.
Yeah.
15 years after it was released.
Still 30, not longer. 30 frames a second.
That's why you need to get. Well, I'm saying that but it's on the 360 version with the updates and everything. The enhancement is still £25.
Is that on Game Pass?
No, unfortunately not.
I'd have downloaded that.
I've got it on my wish list though in case it comes on offer. But apparently that is the better version. So
okay, fair enough.
But we digress.
I know, yeah. Red Dead.
It's been 2 weeks. We've got a lot of gaming to do.
I know, yeah. It's all right. Next week we'll do like quite a generic thing. We'll do another.
Yeah, because I mean you've got a kid now, so this is it. This is how we're just gonna rough it.
Yeah, it is going to be harder for me to play some games. I mean, things like Mega Man 2, I'll still be able to play when I get.
Yeah.
I just got to get my head down and do it, but I did enjoy Mega Man, considering its age now. It is a bit clunky, and it's a little bit clunky. I enjoyed the levels, but like again, I don't want to be knocking it for like its graphics and stuff like that. But it's just, I think there were still other games around then that were maybe a bit prettier to look at. Just because I did the Dragon Boss thing today, the Dragon's Lair or whatever it is in the game, it's just a plain black background, and you jump on platforms.
Yeah,
that's just. I don't know if that's supposed to be like you're in a cave or something, but it wasn't super obvious. But it's
or it's the limitation that they can't have that many sprites on the screen at one time.
Yeah, compared to something like Castlevania's always got like a nice. It's got something in the background. It's what kind of environment you're in. I felt a little bit with Mega Man, and it's only in certain portions of it because like the gameplay I've got going on now, the majority of levels look good. They're smart. But yeah, there was just certain sections that's.
I mean, I'm just going through it now. Like Airman stage is you're in the sky.
I like that one. It's quite
fairly
a
simple
one.
Yeah, and you've got them big sort of like giant heads with the drill things that come out the side. And you've got the time you jump, and then when you're on it, it pops stuffings out of its mouth. And good level design. Enjoy it. That's totally fine. Let's Crashman stage where you've got the moving platforms, so it goes round on a track.
Yeah,
I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
I just thought it was really.
I struggled with that one a little bit, but
it was struggle. Yeah, but it was never like tough that you couldn't do it. Do you know what I mean? You were just you had to keep on top of jumping, make sure you're on the platform, but also shooting the guys at the side to make sure that they don't come any closer to knock you off. Yeah. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was really good level. And I'm sure that's the one where there's like some drop at the end or something that you've got to like. Is that the one? No, or is that a later one?
I think it's different. There's one I'm watching now where there's beams coming from the side.
Yes. See that one? Oh,
that's
my
hard
fucking
as balls.
That's really good fucking level though. Even though it's hard as balls, it was so good because you knew that you were doing it and you would like get further the next time. and you get hit by the beam, and you're just like, oh, just like half of like a millisecond, you could have got through it, and it's like it made you be good at that part of the game. Do you know what I mean? It forced you to be good at that, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was really good.
Yeah.
Flashman stage, can't really remember that. It's just a blue background. I can't remember that
Fair
as
enough.
much.
Yeah, I can't.
Woodman stage. It's a forest.
It's a forest.
But it's fine. It's serviceable. It looked like a forest. It looks like a forest. Do you know what I mean? You can tell what it is. You're running on mud. You've got bunny robot enemies and birds. And yeah, fine. Do you know what I mean? Serviceable. Quickman stage. That's the Ready Brownie level, and you've got the guys that like fire the fireballs out the top of the head. Like that was pretty good. Enjoyed that. Is that the one? No, that's not the one. That's I think the Fireman one's the one with the thing. Metal Man stage, very much like I want to say, that was Sonic 1, the Scrap Brain Zone,
Yeah.
where you've got the claws coming down and you've got the conveyor belts. That's
I
fine.
quite
That was
like that one.
enjoyable.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, no, that was good. Bubble Man stage, the water level, where you've got the mines on the side and everything. So you've got to do you jump high because you're in water, but obviously you've got like mines along the levels, and you've got to like sort of like as you jump, position yourself down, and then there's a section that's in there where it's like you're in a drop down, but like the level waves from side to side, so you kind of have to go with the level as you're dropping. I thought it was fine. Do you know what I mean? That was good. Heatman stage. That's the bugger one. That's the one with the bricks that go in sequence.
I don't remember that.
Do you not remember Heatman stage?
No.
You have a massive fucking long area where you've got to like jump on the platforms, and the platforms go in a sequence and they disappear. So you have to and it's not just as simple of jumping forward to get onto the next one. They the platforms like go up and they go down and they go back, and see if I knew that number 2 where you get the rocket that goes across it. If I knew about that then, that would have made that whole last bit like
much easier.
Way easier. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember doing a bit like that where I must have had number 2 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I think something in the back of my mind tells me I was able to do that.
I mean, I'm super proud of the fact that I did that.
You did it without
on the and I did, that I'd done the platforms, and I remember the because I mean, I've got the world's worst memory. I have got a horrible fucking memory, short-term memory. So remembering the sequence and doing that and doing the whole thing, I'm not gonna I've done it twice.
Nice.
So I've peaked as a gamer. That's me. That's me done. I have done that twice. I did it on the old boy, and I bought the collection on the Xbox as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because once I'd done it on the old boy, I was like, cool, that's really good, but I want to play it on the big screen.
Yeah.
And so I just bought it. It's like 1 through to 7, I think it is, and it was like £7 or something. So I've completely
quit a game.
No. Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly. And I've beat it again on the Xbox. Again, it has save state, so it does make it a bit more easier. But second time around playing it, I didn't actually need it as much save states as much as the first time round.
That would be the goal for me. I think if I was to do it again, is I'd want to be able to beat it playing it normally. So not because I use save states like a
we both do because well, that's the thing. It's like we don't have the time to sit and play it.
For something like this, you want to be able to just make sure you get through the game, so we've got something to talk about. I think if I'd have played it normally, I'd have still been stuck on like the 3rd or whatever level because back in the day. Oh yeah, Heatman stage is on now. Yeah, I know what you mean with the blocks
platforms. Yes.
Yeah. Back in the day, you didn't get save states. You didn't always get to save your game in general. But I did. I don't know why I decided to play this, but when I started Mega Man 2 on the NES, on the game,
the old boy,
old boy, I did a couple of levels, and then for some reason, I think I just wanted to nosy to see if there was a Mega Man on the Mega Drive.
There is, yeah.
There was one called Willy Wars.
Yes.
I'm not going to say what it actually is because it's not funny. but I saw one called Mega Man: The Willy Wars.
Mm-hmm.
So I clicked on that, and it's basically the first
That's when they
three
used the
games.
willies as lightsabers.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But it's the original trilogy, I think. So I started Mega Man 2 on that one, on the Willy Wars. And it's basically just the same game, just that I think the sprites are a bit different. And I think
I'll have a look at it. Like, yeah.
the music might be gammy or something. I don't know. I don't have the volume
Oh.
very loud on the old
Oh,
boys.
Liam,
So.
you need to go back and listen to the music.
Well, so from what I gather, there's
Oh,
the main one that
me.
everyone knows is good.
Yes.
But
Like,
like,
all the music in it is actually there's the one or two levels where it's like it's not as good as the other one,
yeah,
but that one that is really good is a
that
fucking
one
banger.
is really good, but it is very repetitive.
Like no, I can
In
I can listen to
my personal
listen
unpopular
to that.
opinion, it's if I have to do 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 another 5 million times.
That's such a good little. See, if you
But it is the
that's
best tune
workout.
in the game.
That's workout music for you, mate. You need
Oh,
that.
I
You
don't
need a
know.
bit of adrenaline, a bit of thump.
I need heavy stuff.
Oh,
than
mate,
that,
if
yeah.
you could find a heavy version of that, no problem. Oh, there'd be some sort of death metal band that would absolutely
Oh,
rip
guaranteed.
into that. Like,
Guaranteed.
oh god, yes, yeah.
But yeah, it isn't gonna make a place in my top soundtracks of all time if we were ever to revisit. But it was fine. It was fine.
You know what? It might in mine because I loved it. I thoroughly loved it.
It does. It suits the game. That's what when you're playing the game, the music suits the game.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not gonna knock it and say I don't like it.
No,
But
I mean,
it
I've
was
listened to this. I've listened to the soundtrack on Spotify 3-4 times now.
nice. Like, it doesn't do it like that for me, but like it's fine. It's fine. But it's like I don't know. I think with some soundtracks, it just I'll either get it or I don't. Because like I love the Doom music, and even though Quake 2 has a pretty decent heavy soundtrack, there's nothing memorable in it. And I know some Quake fanboys will be like, "How dare you? Quake 2 has the most phenomenal soundtrack." It's
So
just,
good.
it's cool.
Yeah.
It's got cool metal music when you're killing all these men because it's you know trying. It's best to be another Doom, but yeah, it was fine. Mega Man 2 soundtrack, it was fine. Had that one really good song that got
One
repetitive.
really good thing.
I don't know what else to say about it. Any replay value to it when you finish the game? Does it like give you like ghouls and ghosts?
No. You just go back to playing, don't you?
But you can
get
always
the-
just do it in a different order and
That's the only that's the thing is you can do it in a different order to make it harder for yourself.
yeah.
Like we've said just then that we can try and do it without save states.
Yeah.
And actually play the game as it is intended, to do it all in one go, which it's doable because people have done it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they've got like 11 Mega Man games. It's because it's such a popular game.
Yeah.
It's just that unfortunately we just don't have the time. Being parents and all now.
I know. I'm officially
Employ your
parent now.
parents. That's it now.
That's scary, bro. That's scary.
Oh god, but yeah. I mean, once for me, I have, and I'm proud. I am actually genuinely proud of myself that I've actually beat the game. So that to me is like that's Mega Man 2 off my list.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, I bought the pack that's got 1 to 7, 7 to whatever it is, and I do intend to go through them. I mean, I tried 3, and that's rock fucking solid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Like 1's mega fucking solid, 2 is like it's doable, but 3 was just like again mega fucking solid.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's me. It probably is me. That I'm shit at Mega Man. Because I've tried it in the past, I have, and tried to emulate it and play it through ROMs and that, and I just never really got far. I just couldn't do it. I always found with Mega Man, it was always the jump. The jump was always, you can't once you jump, you kind of like you can't control it in the air, sort of thing. It's just there was just always something about the jump. Whereas
Mm.
when playing Mega Man 2, kind of got used to it.
Yeah.
So it's like I got used to it, so I did it, and the big jumps that I could do the big jumps, and I was like proud that I was able to do the big jumps. And it's like a game I've not played a game in so long that I've actually sat there and gone like, yes, to myself
Yeah.
because I've landed a jump. So Mega Man do it just and I've done it and thoroughly enjoyed it, and I don't think I'm gonna play it again.
Ooh.
Now that I've done it, well, now that I've done the old boy, and now that I've done it on the Xbox,
Yeah.
like that's it. Unless Flynn wants to play it,
Yeah, that's
I've
the
done
thing,
that.
yeah.
I'll try the other Mega Mans now. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've got Mega Man 2, I've got that notch in my cap, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna spurred me on to such a I'm gonna try and do the other ones now, because now that I know like I've done one, I should be able to do them all.
Yeah.
In theory. In theory.
In theory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see no reason why you can't, really, but I think
Yeah.
I'm sort of similar. Like, I obviously didn't finish Mega Man 2.
I mean, you're not
I beat
far
the
off,
dragon, but
Yeah.
I think something I would probably do is go back to the Willy Wars on the Mega Drive and do the first 3, maybe. So start from 1 and see if I can do it. But that's
Yeah.
just my issue is I play too many things at once. I'm like,
Yeah.
and since Bodhi was born, I've played through Resident Evil 2 on the Game Bloke.
I love the pictures of you playing it with him in between your legs.
Exactly.
Just asleep.
That's
Like, yeah, happy days.
parenting 101. I already know how to do it. But I finished that RE2. I finished the RE2 remake because it made me want to play that as well. I've been smashing Red Dead Redemption 2 because that's a good chilled out game for. I know it's chilled out when you're not in big shootouts, but when you're just riding your horse around the country, it's just really satisfying and
Yeah.
and it's easy to play when you're watching the baby. I've been playing Quake 2. I've been playing Metroid Fusion. I've been playing Mega Man 2 today, trying to finish it. This is the thing. I just keep wanting to play different things.
Yeah.
So like, if down the line I just wanted I was going to say simple platformer, a platformer from the early 90s, late 80s, I may go to Mega Man.
Yeah.
But like, I wasn't in love with it, but I did enjoy it. It's good for what it is, but I'm not on the super fanboy Mega Man fan train. I'm just it was good.
Neither am I, for the fact that I've played 1 and 3 and got my ass kicked, but I do see why this game gets a lot of love. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing this game. I really thoroughly enjoyed playing it, to the point that I've played it twice.
Yeah,
that in itself is a thing. If you play a game more than twice, then you must love that game. Do you know what I mean? Otherwise, if you think, oh, it's just fine or whatever, one and done, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Whereas like I have played it more than once, and I will probably down the line will play it again, and I know I probably will, and at some point with Flynn or something like that, Joe. So it's I mean, can I just go and just see the next levels? Can I just tell you the next levels that you're missing out on?
okay.
If that's okay. Anyway, right. Third level of Willie's castle.
Yeah.
You jump over like oil sea, and big fish jump out at you.
Ooh.
And like, you should see. I'm gonna send you a picture of the fish, like, because the fish is like the derpiest fucking looking thing.
Is it big fish like Irving in Resident Evil 5?
But I was gonna say it's like a bit like the cheeps from Mario, but like like robotic versions. So I'm gonna send you that picture, because when I was doing this level and one of them bumped out the water, I fucking chuckled for how atrocious this fucking fish looks like. It's like a grey fucking derpy, like And the boss in that is literally just a big fat guy on a tank with a big hole in his chest that you shoot him.
Oh, okay.
piss easy. It is. He's piss easy. I thought the
sponge.
dragon. Yeah, but he's piss easy. But I thought the dragon was the hardest
Okay.
out of the
I can,
game,
I can,
apart from the very land boss.
yeah,
Apart
I
from the
can
very land.
imagine without the boomerang,
Mm,
I probably wouldn't have done it. I'd have just got too frustrated and I'd have just given it.
yeah, yeah.
But with the boomerang, it's quite trivial.
Mm. The fourth stage was a lot of those like Crashman tracks that you've got to go around.
I like them. Yeah, they're quite cool.
Yeah, so that's a really good fucking level. It's hard, but it's a really good level once you think of the sequence. The boss on that is an absolute pain in the arse. It's like I'm trying to think of it of an enemy in a different game, but it's basically you're in a room and you've got like little bombs that shoot out at the side, and you've got to use your crash bomb, your sort of like your little claw explosion thing,
Yeah.
but you don't have enough to kill all of them like by hitting it one by one. You have to tactically like jump and like land it in between two of them, and it's hard. It is hard, but once you know the sequence to do it, it's piss easy. And
Yeah,
once you know the sequence, like trial and error, I was trialing and erroring it for like ages, and I'm getting so annoyed, and do you know what I mean, that I couldn't do it. And I was like, I'm gonna have to look. I am gonna have to look and see what it is. And as soon as someone points out, you put it here. Oof, done. That's it. So simple. The last what is stage 5 is basically a boss rush mode. So you basically go and do all the bosses again. I think that's standard. It's standard in all the Mega Man games just before Wily. So it's like, and then you get to actually the actual boss, and
Big
it's
Willy.
fucking Big Willy's in a UFO.
Of course.
So random. It's so random, and and he's in a UFO, and it's got the most annoying noise in the world. Like, it's like this high pitched like, and it's like. Whoa. But you destroy, you shoot the UFO and it explodes, and you have a second part of the boss, and I can't remember what item it is you need to use it, but you do that and you blow it up, and then you get a special 6th level. Because I thought I'd done it, and I was like, what's? And it's like he runs away in the map, and you like an extra level, and you're like, you fucker. But the 6th level, it's fine, it's totally fine. And then you fight an alien.
Of course.
You fight an alien.
Little grey.
Green. No, he's green.
Little
green alien. Yeah. And he basically does a figure of 8. So every time he comes down to the bottom of the screen, you just pelt him, and then you dodge his bullets, and he goes back up and back down in a figure of 8, and you fucking pelt him. Okay. And that's the last boss of the game, and it's fine. It's fine. It was fun. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I do think the dragon is the hardest part. Okay. That you've just done. So
yeah, the main thing is, the only thing I can talk about is the dragon. But the main thing that makes the dragon difficult is that you've only got 3 little blocks.
3 platforms
that you can jump on and fall.
Yeah. See, with these rest of the bosses, these are the bosses. You've got full open levels.
Yeah.
So you've got the whole screen to play with, and it's, you know what I mean. It's easier. But once you defeat the alien, you find out that it's a hologram, and Dr. Wily's like this with 2 little joysticks in the corner of the room. Oh, it's so cringe. And like basically, you go over to him, and he's like, "I'm sorry," and then you let him go.
Oh well, you got to let him go, otherwise there's no Mega Man 3.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, you could have at least put him in the prison or something and get him escape. But he's like, "I'll not do it again. I'm so sorry." and Mega Man's like, "Yeah, cool. Cheers, dude. Right, see you later. Bye."
Yeah.
So I mean, the ending and the cutscene at the end is you're a little bit like, oh.
That's what I did want to ask. Does it have does it have the famous? Does it have a splash screen at the end with a bit of writing?
Oh yes, but I can't remember what it says. But you do. If I remember correctly, you do get like a picture of Mega Man like facing like on top of at the start of the game where he's on top of the building. Yeah, but he's facing towards the horizon, and it's like the sun on the building, and it's like game over, and you're just like, thanks for that. Yeah, not like congratulations or you've done good. You're just like game over. Fuck you.
That's my favorite thing about all these retro games is I want to know what that splash screen says at the end, or what what is. I think that can be a future episode? What has the
Yeah.
best endings? Best best splash screens at the
The
end.
best credits.
Yeah, I think that's a potential
Okay.
in the future.
Hmm.
But
Definitely.
I think it's time to score it.
Go on then.
Score the Mega Man's.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
I think because we've got so many games now, we are actually up to 20 games
Mm-hmm.
on the Super Leaderboard of awesome games.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking back at some of my old scores because I want to like fairly score it alongside similar games.
All right. Okay.
Just
So
thinking,
you think you're being too technical now?
I know, but I don't want to be like giving it a completely random score and then I look back and think, oh, I only gave Super Metroid a 8 out of 10 or something like that, but I'm giving Mega Man 2 8 out of 10. I think I'm just gonna give it a solid ish 600,000. Yeah, 600,000.
Okay.
So just that borderline. It was good, but like it was not special to me. There was little bits to it I really liked, but then it was just certain limitations and stuff, and it's just it didn't hook me enough to beast it when I played it.
Okay.
Like when we
Well,
played
that's fair.
when we played Castlevania, I felt like I kind of beasted that, and although I got distracted by playing Super Castlevania 4 because that was a bit of a better game than
That's
Bloodlines,
a game. Yes.
but I still played a bit of Bloodlines, smashed Castlevania 4, and then went back to Bloodlines. Whereas with Mega Man 2, granted, my son was born in between us doing the last episode and doing this now, but like I've still had opportunities to jump on it, but I've decided to play other things. So it's just an average 600,000.
I've gone 7
Okay, yeah, that's fair
because
enough.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's hard in places and it's challenging and it's satisfying when you beat those parts that are challenging. And the music's good. Yeah, the graphics aren't great, but I mean, like I say, it's 1988.
You can't knock
so I
it
mean,
too much
you
for
can't
graphics,
knock it.
yeah.
It's fine because you can see what everything is. You can tell whatever what are enemies and that sort of stuff. So it's serviceable. Do you know what I mean? It's fine. Gameplay is fine. The jumps are a wee bit thingy, but I mean, once you get used to it, it's fine. Yeah, I enjoyed it. So I mean, yeah, 7. I mean, it hooked me. It got me. Do you know what I mean? I was playing that every night, and when I took the old boy to work.
Yeah.
So because I wanted to finish it, and that was me invested in it until I finished it, and then I've done it again. So yeah,
and
seven
you've
for me.
bought and you've got all the other games ready to rock as well. So
That's it. Yeah,
got
it's
you
made. Well,
sort
that's the thing. It's made me. Yeah, I know I've already got them on the old boy, but like,
Mega Man 2.
I'm not a Mega Man big fan, but I did enjoy it, so that's fine. I'm not like one of them. I prefer Proto Man. Proto Man's better than Rock Man.
Not Proto Man.
Yeah. That's number 3, and I fucking hate Proto Man. It's apparently he's Mega Man's older brother, even though Mega Man's a robot. Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
He just randomly turns up in levels and fucking beats the shit out of you. It's like it's fucking hard enough to get to the points in them levels, and he just drops in and thinks, "I'm not fucking gonna get you." Like, fuck off, dickhead.
Oosh.
But one small last thing: have you seen the box art for Mega Man 2?
Terrible. It's terrible.
Fucking good.
It's terrible.
It's
Mega
good. Its
Man
arm is
1 and 2 are terrible.
Its arm is supposed to be the blaster. It's
Yeah.
he's holding a fucking pistol.
And he looks like he's in like big blue spandex. It's just
Oh, he looks like he's fucking crippled in pain the way that he's standing. Like he's like help me.
Yeah.
Someone kill me, put me out of my misery.
Mega
Mega
Man was never gonna make my bloody best box art, I'll tell you
Box
that
art.
much. Woofed. But the main thing is it did beat Golden Axe, which isn't difficult.
Sorry about it. Alexa.
Oh, it's that time.
Alexa. Yeah, no. Fucking woman. Alexa. She's ignoring me. Stop.
Rude woman. Yeah, beat
yeah.
Golden Axe.
Mhm.
And it's 17th in the Super Leaderboard of Awesome Games. we have it better than Castlevania Bloodlines. Fair enough.
Yes. Yes.
I think
Yes.
I gave a slightly higher score to Bloodlines. I just prefer Castlevania. I prefer
Mhm.
a Castlevania game.
Yeah.
But
The aesthetics
yeah,
better.
yeah. It we have it higher than Bomberman. It's definitely more of a game than Bomberman.
Yeah.
Bomberman's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Bomberman's fine.
And it's better than Total Carnage. Total Carnage is
Oh,
down
wow.
at
I
20.
don't know about that. I would demand a recall on Total Carnage.
Total Carnage was fine, but I think Mega Man 2 is the better game.
It is the better game. I'll put my hand up. It is way better.
We'll leave next week's episode a bit open because I've not been able to properly plan anything. Unless you have a suggestion.
Yeah. I've got nothing. I was thinking more like games that have got to do with hospitals, considering that you spend like 2 days in the hospital with the way for your child.
Theme Hospital, awesome game.
Hospital game. I've never played Theme Hospital, but I was just thinking hospital games.
It's really good.
Okay.
What would you have? Surgeon Simulator, quality game.
I don't think there's enough of a game to actually have a discussion on.
Yeah, and it's not retro enough.
Or Dr. Mario, to be fair. There's not really that much of a Dr. Mario either.
Yeah. No, we'll think about it.
We'll leave it open, yeah.
Yeah, because I still really want to do Halo at some point. That's one I really want to talk about. I don't think we'll need to play through Halo again, because we can easily talk about Halo. We've played them enough.
Yeah. I've done Halo like dozens of times. And
Yeah.
I can't remember the fuck all that happens. So I'm gonna have to read what happens.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
The gist.
I'd still like to play through it before we played it again. So I might.
Do you know, we should play it together. We'll just never get the opportunity.
No, it's just having the opportunity. I'm probably gonna try and do Combat Evolved.
Well, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie. I am in the GTA 5 has got its claws in me right now. Now that it's come on Game Pass,
Yeah.
and I am near enough at the end of the story, and I am ready to explore that city. And I swear to God, it's a phenomenal game.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's so good.
See the update on the Xbox Series S. Just the Series S. Like the HDR and the ray tracing and all that.
Looks
My
nice.
God, it fucking looks stunning. Looks stunning. See, like there was one I was playing last night, and I'm in the city and it's raining and there's puddles on the floor, and you can see the light reflections of the buildings and the puddles, and it just, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, that's the
So
thing.
good.
Ultimately, it's still a PlayStation 3 game, isn't it? It's an Xbox 360
Well,
game.
was it? Is it not like, it was like 10 years ago or something? No, is it 10, 15
easily.
years ago?
That's
It's their anniversary is like coming up soon, and they're celebrating it.
Yeah.
Sure, it's 15 years.
They've managed to make a game from that period look as good as it does. So
It looks better than some games that have come out now.
Yeah. So what's 6 going to look like? 6 has to be a big step up. Because
See, from some of the leaks that came out the other day, like it does look good.
Yeah, no, hopefully it should be. Rockstar don't rush these things. They spend a long time perfecting these games. They know how detailed it has to be. And
do you know, I was actually reading. I was reading the guy that actually distributed the leaks. He actually did it through his Amazon Fire Stick, so they couldn't find him.
Did he? What a weapon!
I have no idea how he done that, but he's got them leaks out from his Fire Stick.
Jesus Christ!
Wait, let's deal. I mean, I think I'm tech savvy sometimes, but like when you read stuff,
some people are nuts, aren't they?
And like Doom on a pregnancy test.
That's still my favorite section that we've ever done on any retro Gack attack. Is, will it Doom?
Will it Doom?
Oh
God, I know. God, I've missed this. I know you've had a kid, but I've missed this.
I know. Well, that's the thing, and things are back to normal from next week for me. So I'm back at work and all that gubbins. But yeah, we'll figure out next week's episode. I might see if we do like unless I pick a game that we can easily play, or one that we already know off by heart anyway. Otherwise, I'll look for a little topic and see if it's something we can do, like a top 5, top 10 list of.
I'll do,
because they're good fun. They're always good fun.
They are good fun, actually. You know.
Right, cheers,
Get to use
bro.
them in your great muscle. I love you.
Love you,
I,
bye.
I love the little one.
Oh, thanks.
Love you,
Thanks.
dude.
He'll do a guest
Aw.
appearance one day.
Oh God, yeah. Right. Love you,
Cheers, guys.
bye.
Get following, get subscribing. Bye bye.